Hey, what's up guys, back again with another video. So yeah, it's been a while. Like I usually say, the same old things, it's been a little while, this and that. Like I said, I've just been so busy with stuff going on right now in life, and I've just been kind of burnt out making videos. But once in a while, I want to come back to doing it, even if it's just for a small news related topic. That's really it. But anyways, let's get back to the topic of this video. So Naughty Dog is currently working on some stuff that, of course we don't know about, and I haven't really discussed much about it since, I don't really upload as much. But, we're kind of hoping to see Factions this year, hopefully this year if anything, or The Last of Us Remake, which is also another speculation which we're hoping to see. I mean, I believe it's going to happen, definitely. I'm hoping it's this year, but if not, the latest next year, because the HBO show will be coming out next year as well, and it makes sense. And also, The Last of Us will be turning 10 years old next year as well, which is crazy to me. It's going to be 10 years old. Wow. I mean, it didn't feel like it's been 10 years, but it's going to be, so it makes sense to release a remake of the first game and Factions as well. It's sort of like as a, big sort of gift to Naughty Dog, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully it's this year, but if not, definitely next year, I would say. But anyways, let's not talk about Last of Us. Let's talk about the main topic for today, which is Uncharted. So we don't know what's going on with Uncharted at the very moment, considering the fact that the mainline entry is pretty much over at this point. We did get a spin-off, Uncharted Lost Legacy, in 2017, and that's basically it. So at the very moment, we just expect that Naughty Dog will just be releasing, Last of Us games, Last of Us content in general for the next 2 or 3 years or so until they release a new IP, if anything. But exactly what is going on with Uncharted though? So there's been some news at the very moment, some rumors. Well, it's more like as if it could be most likely confirmation at this point that we may be getting a new Uncharted game, probably from Naughty Dog, maybe another third-party studio or another first-party studio from Sony as well to be working on a new Uncharted game. But so there was a post that got posted by an individual that recently just got hired as a primary recruiter at Naughty Dog. They posted this on their Indeed by stating this: "I am so excited to share that I have officially joined the Naughty Dog team as a primary recruiter. I will be helping the staff a variety of roles, including operation and engineering, with the main focus on creative roles, aka Team Nadine." The post keeps on going further by stating, "It's even more special being able to be building future teams for not only new titles, but for the legacy of Uncharted, which is very personal and specific to me and my family." So the post keeps going on, but obviously we can see here that in quote unquote, this recent primary recruiter is recruiting people and individuals for a new Uncharted game. So does that mean that it's confirmation that we are getting a new Uncharted game? Most likely. It seems like it's, which I'm pretty hyped about. I mean, if anything, we need to see more games for the Uncharted series and plenty of spin-offs now that we can probably see a sequel to Lost Legacy, maybe even another game, maybe we focus on solely. But this seems to be definite confirmation that we could be seeing an Uncharted game very soon. But the only question we can really say is if it's going to be made by Naughty Dog though, because obviously they have a lot of stuff in the plans at the very moment. They're working on Factions part 2 Factions, they're working on Last of Us Remake, at least that's the rumor, and a new IP, which is most likely happening. I would assume so, because I don't think they're just going to be staying on Last of Us Uncharted for very so long. So I mean, if anything, I feel like we will be getting a new Uncharted maybe by Naughty Dog. It's kind of hard to say, because I mean, once the rumors came out that Naughty Dog was working on a Last of Us Remake, there was also rumors that a lot of the Bend Studios employees were also going over to Naughty Dog to help out with the Factions multiplayer. But in the meantime, Bend Studios was also helping out trying to make an idea for a new Uncharted game made by Bend Studio developers. So could we be seeing a new Uncharted game developed by other first-party PlayStation studios rather than Naughty Dog? I mean, it would really be a hard idea to think about anyone else be making a new Uncharted game that isn't Naughty Dog, but it's not impossible considering the fact that we did get Golden Abyss developed by Bend Studios, an Uncharted game developed just primarily for them on the handheld console. But I would like to think that Naughty Dog would be making a new Uncharted game developed by them in-house rather than some other first-party PlayStation studio. But like I said, I just don't know what they could be doing. They could probably just be making The Last of Us Remake, The Last of Us Factions Part 2, and also a new Uncharted game as well. So they'll still be focusing on Last of Us and Uncharted, but I'm assuming a new IP would be a way further ahead, maybe at the end of the PS5 lifecycle, but that's hard to really say. But of course, like I said, this is an official employee that's stating this because they recently just got hired at Naughty Dog, so I guess this basically means that we are getting a new Uncharted game. Well, I mean, most likely going to be a spin-off game, maybe a sequel to Lost Legacy, but at the very moment, it's really hard to really know what it will be, but definitely a spin-off to some Uncharted character. I mean, I'm down to see a sequel for Lost Legacy, because Lost Legacy is considered to be one of my favorites Uncharted games, so I would love to see a sequel with Chloe and Nadine back again. Other than that, I would also like to see something maybe related to Sam or Sully, at least, if definitely Sully for sure. But other than that though, I guess this basically confirms that we will be getting an Uncharted game. I mean, we don't know if it's going to be developed by Naughty Dog or by a first party, like I said, but I would assume it's Naughty Dog as well. And as if this game is going to be announced, I don't know when. Maybe we could be seeing it this year as well at a big PlayStation event, because, you know, obviously Naughty Dog isn't just going to announce a new game just like that, just, you know, in the middle of a week, of course. It's going to be saved for a big PlayStation event, possibly this year, maybe in the summertime, because at the very moment we don't really know what's coming out for this year for PlayStation except God of War Ragnarok, which, you know, still doesn't even have a release date at the very moment. So we have to see at least a big PlayStation event by the end of this year, hopefully by like at least the summertime around August or July. If anything, the latest will be most likely the fall. But we don't really have any other big PlayStation titles coming out at the very moment, which we're expecting to see Last of Us Remake. If not, then most likely God of War Ragnarok if it's still coming out this year. But we could maybe see an Uncharted teaser at least, because, I mean, the game's probably way off if we're going to be expecting Uncharted anytime soon, with Naughty Dog working on Factions at the very moment and Last of Us Remake. So we'll probably get a teaser just to give us a little hype just for a new Uncharted game. But who knows what that'll be, what it'll turn out to be, if it's a Lost Legacy sequel, or if it'll be even a continuation with Cassie Drake as well, since, you know, they kind of set up that for Uncharted 4. We could be seeing, you know, Cassie Drake as the main protagonist this time around. So I don't know. I'm excited though. More Uncharted is more fun, so I'm excited for all of it to come out. So that's going to be it for me though. So looking forward to see what Naughty Dog is currently making at the very moment, and hopefully see that Uncharted announcement hopefully this year. If anything, like I said, a teaser for it, because I mean, I doubt there is much to really say at the very moment, considering it's still being in the works, of course. And I imagine that Factions is currently their focus at the very moment, but we'll just have to wait and see what they'll announce at this PlayStation event, hopefully this year, because, you know, they're pretty much just like there's nothing releasing for PlayStation at the very moment. So alright, but anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this little discussion talk, just talking about Uncharted. Hopefully we see it very soon. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.